Do you constantly worry about disappointing others? Do you find yourself over apologizing when you were never wrong? Do you feel guilty of placing your needs above others? Do you find yourself saying no when you wanted to say yes and saying yes when it was a strict no? Now, this is one of the most common trauma responses, which is translated into a very strong adult personality trait: people pleasing. I'm sure all of us would have come across some people pleaser in our lives. Or I would even say, all of us would have played the role of a people pleaser at some stage of our life: childhood, teenage, at your workplace, so on. The brain and your nervous system learns it the hard way that if everybody around me is happy, I am safe. Let's look at Susan's story. Susan is a small, kind, caring little girl. She always pitches in when her parents fight. She maintains the peace at home. She always makes sure to make things better for someone who is upset or unwell. When guests come in, they have all praises for Susan. They would say, such a caring girl, a kind girl, matured, so obedient. She doesn't argue, she doesn't back answer. Look at the way she maintains peace at home, she takes care of her siblings, and things like that. Whenever Susan tried to express herself as a child, she was told not to argue back, not to speak up, not to be selfish, always take care of others before her. And she was very selfish and egoistic because she always disappointed others, always added on to somebody else's problem. So Susan learned it the hard way that only if she gets approval from others, only if she makes everybody happy, she will be safe. So, as a child, this worked for Susan because this was a coping mechanism. But Susan is an adult now. At her office, her colleague asks her one day, Susan, can you just do this work for me? I am loaded with work. Susan immediately says, of course, when inside her she knows that she is busy for the entire day and she does not have the bandwidth to take up this work. But the fear of disappointing the colleague made her accept it. Another day, Susan goes for lunch with her teammates. She does not like the dishes what her friends order. She does not even like the cuisine. But when asked, she says, oh yeah, I love it and everything is so good. Because she never considered her needs above others and always feared that if she was not a part of the group, if she didn't fit in, if she didn't get the approval of others, she would not be safe and she would be alone. Sounds familiar? Many of us would have experienced these kinds of instances at various stages of our lives. What happens here is our nervous system is trained so much in our childhood that once we are adults, saying no becomes difficult, denying politely to someone becomes difficult, and we get exhausted trying to please everybody. Now, what can we do about it? We have to have strong boundaries. So, when someone approaches us for something, the first thing we can do is pause. Take a pause, take a breath, and check yourself. Do I really want to do this? Am I saying yes only so that this person is not disappointed and I don't lose them? Do I really have the time and energy to do this? Take a pause before you immediately jump on and say yes or no, and think yourself on all these pointers and give a polite reply. Let me come back to you on this. Let me think over and come back to you. Let me look at my schedule and get back to you. I'll just have a look at my workload and try to help you and things like that. It's very important for us to have a strong boundary and realize the fact that you don't need someone else's approval to prove your worth. The more you keep exhausting yourself by pleasing others, the more you keep displeasing yourself. So, you understand why a coping mechanism in your childhood does not work when you become an adult, and you have to find out ways that work for you to maintain your peace of mind.